Well, Dean, good afternoon. Slightly different one for you to look forward to this week. Just a small matter of a trip to the Emirates Stadium. I'm sure no one's excited about that.
I'm probably the only one, to be honest. I think everybody else is, and I keep saying it, I'd rather have Macclesfield at home, but it's Arsenal away. So we're looking forward to it. Certainly be exciting for all supporters and the players as well. It's not often they'll get the chance to test themselves against one of the top teams in the country, and this is one of them. And we'll certainly give them a lot of respect, but we won't fear them.
Is that why you'd rather have Macclesfield at home? Because the players would have accepted your decisions when it comes to team selection. I would imagine you've had many people knocking on your door, haven't you?
To be fair, they haven't. I mean, the players are still a bit down after Saturday's result and performance, really. So no, I mean, I haven't named the team yet, so they're not aware of what I'm going with. But no, I mean, for me, you want to progress as far as you can in the competition. So, if you can draw the lowest ranked team at home, then all the better, or a better chance to do that. And that's with no disrespect to Macclesfield. Arsenal, Man United away, tough games. Man City away or whatever, real tough games. So we know this is a tough game, and we have to be right at our best if we want to go further in the competition.
What is the post-mortem from Saturday? What has been said? What discussions have been had between you and the group after what happened at Derby?
Yeah, well, we've done a debrief. There's things that we needed to do an awful lot better, and we have done better this season. To be honest, it's the first time I can actually say to the players that they haven't performed, and we got what we deserve for not performing. And it's a brutal league in terms of the quality, and if you don't turn up, you can get beat like we did on Saturday. And yes, Derby were good, but we certainly helped them in the manner of the goals that we conceded and how we played.
Every now and again, maybe a little learning lesson that people just need a nudge. You have to stay on your A game constantly, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, we've only lost 2 games this season, out of 11. So, we're doing something right, and that's the only game I feel that we deserve to have got beaten in. And what we'll do is to use that as the learning experience, for the games that come now thick and fast.
From your point of view, taking on Arsenal, obviously a hugely well-known club with players of great quality and great standard. New manager that they've got, we don't know quite what he will do with his team. Is this a test that you relish personally as a coach? Yeah,
no, it'd be exciting. Unai Emery's gone in there and replaced Arsene, who'd been there for years and years, and he's implementing his style of play into the team now. So they've got still some continuity with Steve Bold being there still, and so it'll certainly be a test for myself and my coaching staff. We faced Chelsea a couple of years ago in the FA Cup and got soundly beaten, and I didn't think we'd done ourselves justice in the first half. It wasn't until at half time I got into them a little bit, and we went and asked some questions of them. So we want to make sure that we go in. I think I know we're in a different place now in terms of the belief and how we can play, and going to play a team like Arsenal won't be as daunting, I don't think, as it would have been 2 years ago.
And we last spoke, a week and a half or so ago, and we talked about players coming back, having been away with international duty. You've got a squad now with a number of players who are used to playing on a very big stage in important games, haven't you?
Yeah, and some of our players like Chris Mepham, he's playing now with Aaron Ramsey, who's playing for Arsenal. So we know the calibre of players that we're up against, and we've got a squad, quite rightly now, we've got 9 or 10, getting international duty during the international week. So, it's nothing new. But it is an exciting one for the supporters, because I'm led to believe we haven't played there for a long time. Or we haven't played Arsenal for a long time, because obviously they've moved grounds. And it's one to look forward to.
Yeah, it's a proud record. I mean, it's over 60 years, isn't it, since Brentford lost to Arsenal. So that's going to be a record you're going to have to maintain.
Yeah, let's hope we can continue that unbeaten run.
Just in regards to the fans, I mean, it's been really obviously that's something that supporters have bought into. You're going to get massively backed at the stadium. I mean, that's going to give everyone a lift as well.
Yeah, it will do. I mean, the tickets sold out very quickly, and I know there's a lot of players whose family and friends maybe their second team is Arsenal after Brentford, of course. So you know, who will want to come to the game. And you know, I've been inundated myself with requests for tickets. I've got, you know, family flying over from the States just for the game. So I've told them I'd prefer them to be there Saturday against Reading. But, you know, it is what it is, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a tough turnaround. I mean, I'm not going to ask you which game you'd rather win, because that's going to be unfair, because you're going to say both of them, aren't you? But again, this game comes in a really busy schedule, doesn't it?
It does, but I said Saturday after the game, you know, I'm not one who will go down the tiredness route. You know, come April, when you've got 6 or 7 games in a month, then the players can talk about tiredness, but I don't buy that in September. So I'm pretty much of a tough taskmaster in terms of, you know, if you pick to play, go and play, because you know, it's an exciting time for the football club in terms of how we're playing and the progressions that we've made. And you know, hopefully we can go and show that against Arsenal as well.
And it puts the club, and it puts players, it puts individuals in the shop window as well, just to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, we spoke before about not being under the radar so much now, and you know, a lot of teams respecting us, and you saw that on Saturday with Derby. You know, I spoke with Frank about that after the game, and you know, I'm sure Arsenal will be the same. You know, we've played a number of teams during pre-season, Arsenal being one of them, and you know, they won't be under any illusions what we'll be about.
Without trying to be too sort of humorous about it, Saturday was nothing to do with the curse of Clem, was it? He popped up again at the training ground. No, nothing to do with that. It was just a case of us not turning up on the day, to be honest. Our intensity was lower than what it normally is, and that was the reason why we got you know, beaten by a better Derby team on the day.